My anniversary surprise ended with a Ring camera notification I wasn't supposed to see. I spent 3 months planning our 3-year anniversary. I'm talking the big gesture kind of stuff. I'd booked a cabin in Aspen, first-class tickets, and I even had a vintage watch she'd been eyeing engraved with our date. I told her to be home by 6 p.m. because the car is picking us up. I was buzzing, man. I had the champagne on ice, and I was wearing the suit she said I looked dangerously good in. 6:15 rolls around. Nothing. I text her, hey babe, car's downstairs. You close? No, read receipt. By 7 o'clock, I'm calling. It goes straight to voicemail. Now, Sarah isn't the phone dies type. She's a social media manager. Her phone is practically an extra limb. By 9 p.m., I'm pacing the living room, checking the news for accidents on the I-95. I called her sister, her work bestie, even her mom. Everyone gave me the same I haven't heard from her vibe, but something felt off, like they were rehearsing a script. I sat in the dark until 4 a.m. That's when my iPad, which is linked to our shared home account, started chiming like crazy. It was a notification from the Ring camera at her work studio downtown, a place she said she'd be at late for a client shoot. I clicked it. It wasn't a client. It was Sarah, stepping out of a black SUV I'd never seen, laughing with some guy who looked like he walked off a GQ cover. He didn't just drop her off. He handed her a shopping bag from a designer boutique and kissed her like they'd been doing it for years. 20 minutes later, she walks through our front door. She's still wearing her work blazer, but she looks flushed. She sees me sitting there in my suit, the champagne long since flat. Oh my god, babe, I am so sorry. She starts the broken elevator story, the dead battery excuse, the I got stuck in the studio classic. I didn't say a word. I just slid the iPad across the coffee table. The video was paused right on the kiss. Her face went from apologetic to ghost white in 2 seconds flat. It's not what it looks like, she whispered. I laugh. The oldest line in the book. Really, Sarah is just a client who got over-friendly. I didn't want to tell you and ruin our night. I pointed at the boutique bag. Did the friendly client buy you $2,000 worth of shoes too? She started crying, the kind of ugly crying meant to make me feel like the bad guy for catching her. She tried to grab my hand, saying we could still go to Aspen, that we could fix this. I stood up, took the tickets out of my pocket, and ripped them right in front of her. I'm still going to Aspen, I said, my voice steadier than I felt, but I'm taking my brother. You can stay here and figure out how you're going to pack your stuff before I get back on Monday. I walked past her, grabbed my suitcase that was already by the door, and didn't look back. The funny thing, as I was driving to the airport, I got one last notification. She'd already called him to come pick her up. Some people don't want a ride or die. They just want a ride until something shinier comes along. Case closed.